Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a special Halloween 6-man gauntlet match. Introducing the first participant, he weighs in tonight at 326 pounds and he is the current past-gen television champion, Kane.
Well, happy Halloween to everybody out there. The true nightmare may just be beginning here for the Big Red Machine. Special nightmare-fueled 6-man gauntlet match. Of course, the title not on the line. And a big challenge here for the newly crowned past-gen television champion. Kane, a pretty scary individual himself. 5 opponents he has to defeat here tonight if he wants to be victorious in this match. Big Red Machine, a bit of a wrecking machine. But this is an uphill challenge even for him. Got no idea who his opponents are going to be. We're about to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent. Being accompanied to the ring by the Taskmaster and representing the Dungeon of Doom. He hails from the land of Yin and Yang and weighs in tonight at 264 pounds, the Zodiac.
Well, yes or no? The only response is this man can give, I tell you what. Not someone I was expecting to see step in the ring with Kane. Nonetheless, this is the dream match that literally nobody has ever asked for, but nonetheless, you're going to get to see it here tonight. Can the Zodiac be the man to run the gauntlet? Surely with the task manager being at ringside, that's got to put him at an advantage. I don't think the Zodiac's ever faced anyone quite like our champion, though, the Big Red Machine, Kane. As the Zodiac staring him down comes running in there, and Kane not budging an inch, and a big uppercut by the Big Red Machine. Kane clearly a WWF loyalist, clearly not a fan of the Dungeon of Doom and the WCW, and another big uppercut by the Big Red Machine, really going to work now on the Zodiac man. As Kane now sends him for the right off the ropes and a big thunderous big boot. The Taskmaster stood at ringside, can't hide his devastation at the way this match is going thus far, and a thunderous hip toss. And Kane saying he's going to finish this match off. We could have our first elimination here. The Zodiac really struggling, Kane picking him up. Is he going to nail it? Nails the tombstone pile driver. And look at the Taskmaster coming in the ring, sliding a chair in. Well, the match may have been over. Kane going after the Taskmaster on the outside. Kevin Sullivan not faring very well here. The Big Red Machine didn't appreciate that. Big time bulldog there by Kane. As he picks the Taskmaster up. And look at this, 2 hands around the throat and just slams his back of the head right on the floor. But look at this, the Zodiac trying to catch Kane as he comes in. Well, that plan failed. Big time uppercut by the champion. The Zodiac not having much luck here. And look at that steel chair that was slid into the ring. The Zodiac being nailed with the tilt-a-whirl slam right on that chair. The Dungeon of Doom may be disbanded here after tonight as Kane sends the Zodiac into the corner. What the hell, leapfrog by Kane, going to the top rope, and a big 7-foot elbow drop right off the top rope. The leggies shut the shoulders down, and Kane victorious here. He will face another opponent now. Who's it going to be? Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next participant. He hails from parts unknown and weighs in tonight at 241 pounds, Doink, the Clown.
You want to talk about a sadistic, evil individual? Look no further. The original evil clown of wrestling. One of the most disturbing wrestlers to ever set foot in a ring. And look at Doink the Clown. He's in no rush to get in that ring with the Big Red Machine, Kane, and who can blame him? But don't let this act fool you, ladies and gentlemen. Doink the Clown, very calculated and very cold. This could all be part of a plan to try and jump Kane when he least expects it. evil, twisted mind of that man that masquerades as a character that's supposed to be fun for children. Doink the Clown here, set to do battle against our champion. A very eerie stare off. Look at this, Kane going after Doink Doink, ducking on the outside, very smart move. And now trying to sweep the legs of Kane. Kane not happy, but look at that stun gun right across the rope. We told you he was calculated. We told you he was a very intelligent wrestler, but a waistlock by Doink. Big elbow by Kane, managing to get out of that waistlock. And now the hand around the throat. Doink gets picked up and nails him with a thunderous chokeslam. Doink the Clown seemed to have a pretty sound game plan going into this. Seems to have backfired here. And now the Big Red Machine with Doink the Clown at his mercy. Has him in position. Spikes his head right into the canvas. The Tombstone pile driver. Doink the Clown not faring too well against Kane. This could be it. The leg is hooked, the shoulders down. Doink the Clown eliminated. 3 more men yet to enter. Who's the next one going to be?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the individual who drew number 4. He hails from parts unknown and weighs in tonight at 321 pounds, Papa Shango.
Oh, the voodoo warrior, Papa Shango. Kane needs to watch out. He may have a curse placed on him here tonight. The magical powers of Papa Shango. Remember what he did to the Ultimate Warrior. He was going into convulsions after Papa Shango was finished with him. And let's not forget, a very, very large individual, over 300 pounds. A man that could surely put up a very good fight here against our champion. Papa Shango won't be intimidated by the Big Red Machine Kane. This could be one hell of a brawl between these two. Kane looks almost stunned by the appearance of this very, very bizarre individual. Papa Shango going right up to him. Look at this, trying to gain an early advantage. Kane throwing blows though. Tries the big boot. Look at that, Papa Shango catching the foot. And a big time kick right to the face. Look at the flexibility from a 300 plus pounder. 6'6", 321 pounds. As he charges in. Big clothesline on the Big Red Machine. Kane's Halloween nightmare may just be beginning here as Papa Shango comes charging in. And a big splash in the corner. Nonetheless, Kane still on his feet. And look at this power, picking up the Big Red Machine and slamming his back of his head right into the canvas. Papa Shango may be victorious here. He may run the gauntlet, but maybe not. Getting overconfident, and Kane getting to his feet very, very quickly. Another Big Red Machine in the corner, big elbow to the face, and then a big right hand. Papa Shango rocked down, seated position in the corner. And Kane going to work on him as he's down. Seems almost as if Kane is visibly furious with the fact that Papa Shango thought he could compete with him in the ring, as now he sends him for the ride off the rope. Big time power slam.
1, 2.
Oh, nearly. Very, very nearly getting the 3 count there. And a big time uppercut by the Big Red Machine. We called it Kane's nightmare tonight, but it may be the nightmare of the 5 opponents, because Kane looking unstoppable now. The 7-footer perched on the top rope comes diving off. Papa Shango getting out of the way of that diving clothesline, tries to capitalise on that mistake by Kane, but gets nailed with another big right hand. Now Kane trying to go up top once again. This time nails a beautiful double axe handle. Can anybody stop the Big Red Machine? That's the question. Papa Shango doesn't look likely to do that at the moment. Big time DDT. Now the 7-footer on the top rope once again. What the hell is Kane doing? Comes diving off and nails the big time flying clothesline this time. Papa Shango may be finished here as Kane wraps that enormous hand around the windpipe. Sends him up and slams him with a thunderous chokeslam. Papa Shango motionless in the centre of the ring, but Kane not done here. Look at this, heavy right hand right to the face, and Papa Shango wearing that crimson mask, busted wide open. Kane really going to work on him. Kane angered by the presence of Papa Shango. Really taking his frustrations out on him now, just choking the man. I never thought I'd have sympathy for Papa Shango. I certainly have after what Kane's done to him, and now the Big Red Machine picks him up, maybe looking to put the finishing blow to finish him off here, and nails the tombstone. scary, destructive forces Kane as he hooks the leg and hopefully finally will put Papa Shango out of his misery, and he does. There's the 3 count, only 2 left to enter the ring.
The boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the next participant. He hails from the bottomless pit and weighs in tonight at 260 pounds, the Boogeyman.
Well, ring announcer had a bit of trouble saying boogeyman there. Not quite sure why, but this man, what can you say about him? One of the most bizarre individuals to ever set foot in a squared circle. Makes Kane look like a normal functioning accountant. A boogeyman. And what a showing this would be if the boogeyman could get a victory over our champion here. He'd only have to beat one other man after he defeats Kane to win the whole thing here and be the winner of this bizarre Halloween Gauntlet match. I don't think Kane's going to be intimidated though. What a scary sight it must be staring across the ring from the boogeyman, the stuff of nightmares. It's really been a who's who of competitors for this Halloween Gauntlet match. As once again Kane stares down another very bizarre opponent of the boogeyman trying to charge in. Kane catching him. One of the most thunderous knife-edge chops I've ever seen in all my years of watching this sport, and a big boo by the big red machine of the boogeyman. Certainly not doing anything to scare Kane as Kane goes behind, and a nice full Nelson slam, a move we've not seen from Kane before. Pulling out all the stops here for this special Halloween match and just throwing him, using all of that power and strength to throw him across the ring. Now Kane with the boogeyman in the corner. Picks him up, drops him face first with the snake eyes, and Owenick sends him tumbling to the outside. Now Kane has lost it. He's lost it on Halloween night. He's on the top rope. The boogeyman's on the outside. What the hell is he planning? Well, thankfully Kane changing his mind. Well, maybe not. Kane at 7 feet tall, diving right over the top with a suicidal dive, and now look at this. Kane truly is a demon, and a big choke slam on the outside of the ring. Well, I'm not a betting man, but if I was going to put my money on anyone to win this gauntlet match, even though I don't know who it's going to be, the final entrant, I know that Kane looks the likely favourite. Tombstone on the outside, the boogeyman is done for. Kane deciding to throw him back in the ring. Well, this match is over. Choke slam and a tombstone. The boogeyman looks completely out of it. The leg is hooked, the shoulders down. And what the hell is Kane doing? Kane breaking up that pinfall himself. He wants to inflict some more damage on the boogeyman. He wants to prove that he's the scariest wrestler in the history of the sport. And he may very well be. Look at this very, very painful submission maneuver, trying to snap the neck of the boogeyman. Forced with no choice but to tap it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're awaiting our last entrant, and this is not a video problem. The lights have gone out in the arena. What the hell is going on here? Oh, thank God we've got our power back on. And wait a minute. That's Paul Bearer. That's Paul Bearer, the father of Kane. And what the hell is going on here? Paul Bearer coming out. Hang on a minute, I remember that music. No, it can't be. It can't be. He was buried alive a few nights ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final participant. He hails from Death Valley and weighs in tonight at 320 pounds, The Undertaker.
I cannot believe my eyes. The Undertaker was buried alive at the hands of Kane a few nights ago. But that was modern day Undertaker. As Paul Bearer resurrected the original Undertaker. It certainly looks like it. I'm speechless. And the lights have cut. That is definitely the original Undertaker. How has Paul Bearer pulled this one off? But either way, it's gonna be OG Undertaker against the Big Red Machine Kane. This is bizarre. The Undertaker, when he first debuted, may have been at his most dangerous, may have been when he was the most deadly force in wrestling. Kane, for the first time ever, is going to have to contend with it, and look at this. Kane can't believe his eyes either. Well, Bearer must have a time machine. And the OG Undertaker going to work on his brother. This is just surreal. The Undertaker now sending his brother into the corner. And that is textbook. Look at that, choking his brother in the corner. Paul Bearer on the 8 at ringside, clapping very approvingly. Well, this may be the end of the Big Red Machine here. He's never in his career contended with the original Undertaker. And look at the Undertaker once again choking the Big Red Machine, Kane. Kane hasn't been able to do anything yet against this. Oh, he's faced his brother before, but not like this. But look at that now, Kane fighting back. Big shot to the gut. Oh, and that hurt the Undertaker in a big boot. We've seen it all tonight on Halloween night. Let's look at that. The Undertaker reversing the Irish whip kick to the gut. Another knee to the gut. The Undertaker really going to work on his brother. Sends him for the ride off the ropes. And look at that. That diving clothesline. Patented move. And the lateral press, the shoulders down. The Undertaker is going to defeat his brother. No, he's not. Kane getting the shoulder up. I think Kane is still in disbelief at what he is seeing in front of him. And now the Undertaker with his hand around the throat, but Kane reversing that attempt at a chokeslam. Big uppercut by the Big Red Machine. Now Kane sending his brother for the ride off the ropes. And a thunderous hip toss. Kane needs to settle down here. He needs to fight. Can't be. Look at this. Kane now going for the chokeslam. Picks up the Undertaker and nails him. Thunderous move. And maybe Kane is finally finding his feet. Maybe getting over the fact. And look at that though. The Undertaker slipping out. Elbow to the back of the head. The reverse DDT. And now the Undertaker trying it once again. And he picks his brother up. And a chokeslam. Well, Kane could be finished here. The Undertaker saying the end is near for his brother. His own flesh and blood. But look at that. Kane getting back up after the chokeslam. And now Kane picks up his brother. And nails the tombstone. Or maybe Kane is not done for yet. Nailing the tombstone pile driver. The lateral press. The shoulders down. Has he done enough to kill the OG Undertaker? You're damn right he has. Kane, the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the special Halloween Gauntlet Match, Kane.
Well, I never thought I'd see the original Undertaker back. It doesn't matter. Kane has conquered his demons here tonight.
If you want some great created wrestlers in your game, but without going through the lengthy process of creating them yourself, well, I can help you out with that. If you play on PS2 or PS2 emulator, I can create just for you a custom save data file and preload it with up to 30 created wrestlers that you have chosen. If you're interested, send me an email at pastgengamingemail@gmail.com. My email is linked on the main channel page, and I can also do this for the PSP, but on PSP I can only do save files for the European version of the game.